got through it.
You sang that last week at what we call the Dudes. It's old CCM Dudes, and Billy shows up, and Phil Keggy and Buddy Green and Petra guys and what's that? Bruce Carroll. It's a bunch of guys from the 90s, 80s, 90s Christian music. We try not to talk about our ailments, you know. But we get there pretty quick. It sits right next to where we meet is the Sportsman's Grill over off of I-65. And every time we go there, I think about that property. You know, what was there 50 years ago? Probably nothing. And then it leads me to think about where Annie grew up. She grew up and we were from West Virginia at, I call it 9th and Plum. 9 miles down the highway at Plum of Hollow. That's where she grew up.
Steve was a city slicker, town of about 3,000. I was a country girl. I lived up the hollow. But my dad's farm,
Dairy farm.
he was a dairy farmer. And you know, farmers...
Utterly unusual job.
If you've ever known a farmer, they don't work the land. They love the land. It's a part of them. It gets in their blood. And it's a really unique person that he sees that field and goes out and works it every day. Well, I'm glad my dad didn't live long enough to see what the state did when they came through and they took his farm for an overpass. I was telling Steve where that overpass is. We spent a summer. Dad would work, and we after everybody was finished working, we as a family cleared that land, tree by tree and shrub by shrub. And we would gather it all up and burn the stuff off of the land. And we never stopped long enough to eat. Mom would just get a package of hot dogs and some buns, and we would work, and you'd roast a hot dog. And you never stopped. You worked. And I told him I remember putting a string around a June bug, and that was our toys. We didn't take much to keep us entertained, evidently. But that land that we cleared with our own hands is a bypass. And Dad didn't have to live to see that. But Steve saw how it affected me. It really hurt because of all the blood, sweat, and tears we put into that little old dirt farm. But so Steve, what did he do when I told him I was upset about that overpass? He wrote me a song about it.
Some people think this highway is just a fast way to a city. They fly by like they're in a race. Not one thought of pity for those who paid the price, who had no say in the sacrifice made for the road. Does anybody know that it's a concrete scar on somebody's heart, a wound that won't heal, 'cause blue farms and fields where their work was done, and their children used to run, where they made those memories till the day they had to be, so we could drive our cars on concrete. children used to run, where they played